Welcome back to Weather Nation. We're taking a look at H-Town, Houston, Texas, and also the Big D, Dallas, Texas. These are two cities we're watching out for severe weather, and that's the map you see toward the bottom of your screen. This is for Friday. We're watching out for strong, intense storms, some of which that can produce damaging wind, hail, and even the threat for isolated tornadoes. So again, active weather on the way. But in terms of today, just get out there and enjoy the weather. Things will be fairly quiet, but things will be changing again as we head toward Friday. And as we take a look at this, Dallas, Shreveport, Waco, Jackson, even Little Rock, all of these areas dealing with that threat for severe weather. And then that threat shifts east along with the storm system. And by Saturday, we have another slight risk for severe weather across eastern parts of the Carolinas into northern parts of Florida, and even a more or less marginal threat for severe weather across New Orleans and Mobile, all the way up to just near Raleigh, North Carolina. So the threat for severe weather definitely there, and that's because of this storm system. As it continues to sweep south into Friday, it will trigger showers and potentially some intense storms right along that cold front. And as we continue to track this system, eventually it moves into the southeastern United States. It'll weaken just a bit as we head towards Saturday morning, but by Saturday afternoon, as we start to tap into more of that heat, we are expecting more showers and even some intense storms to redevelop across areas of Georgia into northern Florida. And then with any rain, well, with any system, we're talking about some rain. And some of that rain could be very heavy, especially across southern parts of Arkansas and northern Mississippi. But where we get some of those intense thunderstorms developing too, well, that could mean some active weather for us as well. So we'll take a look at Shreveport, Louisiana. We're talking about some clouds out there today, dry conditions, temperatures in the upper 60s. But then Friday, temperatures near 80 degrees with storms and definitely rain moving through. And then we are dramatically cooler by the time we get to Saturday. Now, that's a look at the severe weather, but we're also watching out for a fire concern. Take a look at this video out of Oklahoma. This was taken just a day ago. And again, it shows that people were working hard to fight fires that developed across parts of the state. And we have more fire concerns out there for today. So take a look at the map. We have fire weather watches in place across parts of New Mexico, western Texas. These will be active through today, but we're dealing with the fire weather concern also stretching into Friday and potentially into Saturday as well. And it's all centered across New Mexico and western parts of Texas. And as we take a look at the temperatures in particular, because we'll have definitely dry air out there, we'll have windy conditions out there, but it will be warm in a lot of these areas. And when we take a look at temperatures on the way this afternoon, 88 degrees for Midland, 91 degrees for Fort Stockton, 87 degrees for Carlsbad. That heat combined with those dry conditions will definitely support fires, and we're talking about more of that heat on the way, even extending farther north as we head toward Friday afternoon. So the fire threat definitely there, and as we take a look at places like El Paso, while you are under a fire weather watch, we're also talking about a lot of warmth out there. So temperatures well into the 80s. Now we want to talk about the rain threat too, because across the West Coast, we're dealing with wet weather, and in the mountains, we're dealing with the snow threat. So if you are in places like San Francisco, in particular for Friday to Saturday, we are dealing with heavy rain and just a lot of issues from that rain, including flooding and potentially some debris flows near where we've had some of those wildfires develop over the last couple of months. So a lot going on. And even more as we look toward the Great Lakes. Take a look at Cleveland, Ohio. This is video literally from this morning with some of the snow that was falling across the region. You gotta love the slow-mo snow. There we go. You see it right there? Absolutely cool to see. I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, though, it's April. Come on now, why are we still seeing snow? Well, unfortunately, we still have some snow showers out there. So if you are in Northeast Ohio, near Cleveland, Western New York, upstate New York, we are continuing to deal with just some pesky lake effect snow that is out there. But more snow from a couple of clipper systems will be moving in over the next couple of days. In the meantime, we'll be chilly for Buffalo, temperatures only near 34 degrees. The same goes for Burlington. Detroit, you'll be in the low 40s, but Chicago, you'll be in the upper 30s with the threat also for a little bit of rain and some snow mixing in. And as we look a little farther to the east, let's take a look at Beantown, Boston. We're dealing with dry conditions today, but rain and then rain and snow on the way as we head toward Friday and Saturday. You want to make sure you stay tuned. We'll be talking about all of these top weather stories throughout the day. Now let's take you back out to San Francisco. We'll be back at the top of the hour talking flooding concerns.